Hello, fellow preppers. 'Tis I, the Rumple-One. Why we prepare? Well, as most of you know, I live on the southwest coast of Oregon. I'm about 5 miles from the ocean. Ocean's that way. And this week we've been having earthquakes up and down the coast. California, off the Oregon coast. Had a couple 5 plus magnitude earthquakes here this week. Personally, I haven't felt any shaking, but we all know about the Cascadia event looms. So that's why we prepare. That's why I stock up on food and toilet paper. Lots of it. Because I know what's going to happen if that earthquake hits. If I'm here, I'm going to be here probably for a long time. Because the bridges will be out, the roads will be out, no electricity, no phone. It's going to be here. So that's why I have to prepare. It can happen anytime. And if I'm not at home, I'm somewhere in town, or up in if I'm in the town of Mayberry or up in the big city of Mount Pilot there, might have to try and get home. That's going to be hard because there's a few rivers that I'm going to have to navigate across, or try to, or hunker down. So that's why I'm always prepared. I have things on my person. That'll keep me alive for 2 to 3 days at least. And the trucks probably can survive for at least a week or more. Something. Then all across the country there's been floods. There's droughts. There's fires. I mean, once again, tornadoes. I mean, this country, depending on where you live, you're just getting kicked. But the thing is, you look around in these areas and people don't prepare. Let me tell you one thing. Got a call from a fellow YouTuber, JNL0, a couple weeks ago. He heard about the earthquake. He called me because he was concerned about my health and welfare here. And he said, hey, if I wanted to get out of Dodge, and he'd make room or find me a place where he is. And I really appreciate that. I mean, he didn't have to do that, but I mean, that's how we are in the prepper community. You help out people when you can. You offer to help. That's what brings us together. That's what unites us as preppers. So thank you, JNL0. I really appreciate that. I mean, he made that offer, and he's never met me. I mean, we've talked on the phone, we see each other on the YouTube videos, but we haven't sat down across from each other. But I mean, there's people I know that, well, maybe they don't know where I live, or maybe they're not concerned. But that just shows you the spirit of preppers. It's another reason why we prepare. Because we know we can't do it alone. There are times when you do it alone for a certain amount of time, because we all want to be self-reliant. That's part of being a prepper. But we know in the long haul it's going to take, a neighborhood, a community. Because you can't stay up 24/7 to protect yourself. You can't do all the work. Sometimes you might be down, you could be injured, you could be ill. Need somebody to pick up the slack. That's why we have to come together as preppers. I mean, I was reminded last week when I had to, or I guess it was, last week we had our prepper meeting. And we had some new faces, and some people have been coming to prepper meetings for years. And it reminded me why I started the group and why we meet on a regular recurring basis. It's to meet the people. It's to share our ideas, our thoughts, our concerns. It's to learn from each other. It's not about what we post on Facebook or meetup.com. I mean, sure, we can share information there, but it's actual meeting people, establishing friendships, and building that sense of community and togetherness. Some people get all bent out of shape because somebody posts something they call doom and gloom on Facebook. When they forget the whole reason we started the group in the first place was so we can meet on a regular recurring basis. I mean, to me, it's just ridiculous how people get so upset over Facebook posts. It just is beyond me. It's so what if that Cypri wants to post doom and gloom a couple times a week. If you don't like it, scroll down. I know I've probably talked about it before, but after that meeting, it just hit me. like a ton of bricks. Why we started the group. Why we get together month after month. It's not about what's on Facebook. We use Facebook just to announce meetings. And once again, to share information. Not to bicker and complain and talk about all that stuff. It's just nonsense. So anyway, fellow preppers, I hope we stay united. I hope we help each other out. And I hope we never really have to use all of our preps. I hope we don't have that disaster. But you know why we prepare. Because if you fail to plan today, then you're planning to fail tomorrow.